Hello, everybody. Greetings, everybody. Hello. Once again, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
A very, very long time. It's been a while. This is Drink and Dried. Again.
Are we Drink and Dried? I don't know.
Not anymore.
What we are anymore, to be honest.
We took a long break.
I can't remember that. Yeah. We took a very much well-deserved break.
Yeah.
We've been busy outside of Drink and Dried.
Yeah.
We've been very busy outside of Drink and Dried.
A lot of things happened, like, all at once, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just like, we don't really have time for this.
No, we don't. We hardly have time. But hey, we decided to spare you some time.
That's true.
Out of our very busy schedules, because we love you.
Yeah.
We hope you love us back.
Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see about that.
But, just know that I love you.
Oh.
And I appreciate you.
Oh.
And, I care about you. I won't speak for him, but...
Never gonna give you up.
I'm
never gonna let you down.
Yeah. Essentially.
Essentially that.
Yes.
Yes, today we're gonna be doing The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, it's a Mando episode.
It's a Mando episode. We figured that, might as well do a show that we're both, decently knowledgeable about it. Yeah. I forget most of the characters' names already.
It's been a minute since I've caught up on Mando, especially earlier seasons.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot some of the earlier stuff.
Yeah, we're watching the finale of season 2.
Season 2, Jesus.
That was when was that? 3 years ago?
Was it 3 years? No.
Or was it 2 years ago?
I feel like it was 2 years ago. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't know. But it has been a long time since...
long enough for me to forget, which is not very long, but...
But, yeah, it's been a long time since we've really been traversing into the Star Wars galaxy universe thing. So we're like, let's just do that. So that's what we're doing today. And, yeah... So I'm actually kind of excited because this is a great show.
Yeah.
We both really like it.
Honestly, the one of the reasons why, I kind of... You got to wonder how, Pedro Pascal must be feeling. Because,
after all this?
Because of, his back's got to hurt.
Oh.
Especially doing all these, scenes and stuff. Because, he's literally just been carrying the whole Star Wars franchise on his back.
I was going to go there, too. You beat me to the joke. I was going to wait until you're done. You're like, dang, you got me.
Yeah,
he really has, actually.
Carried the whole franchise, yeah.
Yeah. The recent Star Wars.
Especially because of Pedro Pascal. And then now with Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like with Dave Filoni, right? He's the creator of Mandalorian. He's the guy who's really kind of trying to carry Star Wars.
And apparently season 2 came out in 2020.
2020, so that is 3 years ago.
December 18, 2020.
So almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years now. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
It really doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No.
I could have sworn I saw season 3 just last year. Actually, I probably did.
Probably did, yeah. Yeah, so, man. Yeah. So, we're going to actually go first with our UFO on this show. Do you remember what UFO stands for?
United.
No.
Ultimate First Origin.
Nice. Yeah.
Holy fuck. I almost got it wrong.
You're straining those brain cells.
That one brain cell, It's like Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah.
Remember.
UFO.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think for both of us, it'll be decently clear for a UFO because this is a very new show.
Well,
did you watch it as soon as it was aired, or?
I think I did.
Yeah?
I think I did. I remember I was, pretty hyped up for Mandalorian simply because, I was just looking for any bit of Star Wars content that was actually gonna...
That was good.
Gonna be good.
That was good because we haven't had any in a while.
Certain things happened that we're not
going
to get
into. Certain sequels were terrible. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Certain films just didn't pan out.
That is why we haven't done any of these sequels yet. Because we're not going to.
It would be funny to do, though, someday. I feel like it would be funny to talk about it.
I'm in a very angry state right now.
Yeah.
So, it would have been, but...
You know what?
I needed to have some positivity, okay?
We'll save it for a less rainy day. But yeah,
But yeah, so
I think it's the same for both of us, though. I feel we were
Yeah.
both just like ravenous for some quality,
some decent Star Wars
quality
stuff.
craftsman content.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nah, because I think both of us were so obviously because this is only on Disney Plus. I think
Yeah.
there hasn't been any like
I don't think
disc
they've had any.
releases
I
or
don't think so.
DVDs,
No.
yeah. And for me, that sounds old. I get it. Like there hasn't been any DVD release. There is still some.
yeah, I
There's
guess it
people
is.
like me who like collect DVDs, and there's
Yeah.
people who are like, "Oh, it's online."
But I feel like for the most part, like when it comes to DVDs, it's more like of a collector's item now when they do that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're gonna give you like a pretty expensive piece of DVD with
yeah.
some like special
special
features and
bonus material.
and you get like a deck of cards that comes with it, featuring all the characters from the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
like
something that you'll throw away in 5 years.
maybe probably good chance of it.
No,
We'll probably use it once.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember watching this show at my wife's parents' place, and they're like, "Oh, you like Star Wars?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like Star Wars." They're like, "Oh, have you heard of this show?" I'm like,
Yes.
"Yes." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, we just watched the first season. Absolutely loved it." I'm like, "This is amazing. This is what I've been looking for."
This is what I wanted them to do with the movies. It is nice that they decided to finally start like expanding on more than just the Jedi, because especially like
was getting old.
especially since like the way Mandalorian season 1 started, where like the Jedi have basically become like a legend. Like they're very like hidden in mystery.
Yeah.
Like they don't even know really what a Jedi. Like there's people in the galaxy who don't really even remember what a Jedi is.
Yeah,
Which is crazy for me to think about because like
it's so many years in the future.
it's only been like maybe 20 years in the timeline
for this?
after like the Empire, right?
that's
Well, considering like the fall of the Republic, right? And then like the rise of the Empire and like then the eventual fall of that Empire.
Yeah,
Like it's maybe been like roughly 20 or so years,
Well,
right? Because like by the time Luke is like a full-on Jedi Master, he's like well over 20, I think, right?
well, he's probably a little older than that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he had to go through all the Jedi training. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
think about it, I guess
Because he was like 18 like at the start, right?
At the start, when it was New Hope, he was like
18,
young.
19?
It's like 18 maybe.
Yeah.
And then by that's the thing, because then Empire Strikes Back is directly after that, so he's probably roughly 20. Let's say 20. Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Give or take.
Roughly. But then for a master, maybe somebody knows this. Maybe some Star Wars absolute.
There's
geek
absolutely somebody
Yeah.
who knows this.
who the time span
Yeah.
between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because that I don't know.
Yeah, at
Because-
that point, it does kind of seem like
It's a
he's a
little
lot
blurry.
older at that point.
'Cause he's-
At least
he's
a lot
older.
more mature.
Yeah,
Like, very different from, like,
Yeah.
the Luke we've known
because like in
up to that
order,
point.
I would say it's a good 5 years. I want to say like 5 years, maybe.
Damn, Han Solo was frozen for 5 years? You think?
Sure, yeah. It's
know what? Why not?
it's a carbon freezing where
It's a
you can-
galaxy far, far away. A long, long time ago. Anything
like-
could have
'cause
happened.
That's what they say in the episode 5. They're like, oh, carbon freezing. If it goes well, basically they send all these like life-giving nutrients so that it keeps the person alive inside, but it can go on for
Oh, forever?
for a long time.
As long as I keep them fed? Is
Well,
that-
yeah, that's what the carbon freezing is. They
Yeah.
they give all the life force into the body. It's really weird stuff.
That is some weird stuff. I didn't
And
know
then
that.
this is after the fall of the Empire,
Which is like a good however long
which
that's
is
at that point, too.
exactly so.
That's what I
But
was saying. It's
at the
probably been
same-
at least 20 plus years.
Because at the same time, the only Jedi that was
Really? Yeah.
relatively known was Luke, and
In some regard,
even less so Yoda, because Yoda, he faded into
Well, he
legend.
faded after. Yeah, like after.
So the Jedi are
after the
just
second
like,
one,
there's one guy.
There's like a guy. He did some things during that
He's-
war that time, and
He's
you
on an
know.
island somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. He's like recruiting people. I think. I don't know. We don't really know what happened to him after the war.
It was ridiculous.
And the fact
Anyway,
that
anyway,
He's drinking blue milk.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, anyway. Yeah.
Don't
so-
knock it till you try it.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I guess that's kind of like our UFOs. Kind of
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
kind of trailed off into rants of Star Wars, but
Yeah, we're not
It's Star Wars related.
We're not
okay?
completely Star Wars casuals, okay? We know our shit. Some of it.
Movie-wise, yes.
A good amount of it.
And a good amount.
Yeah.
If you ask us about extended universe, we're lost.
I know there's like a Star Wars RPG.
There is, actually.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So now that we've got that. Oh yeah. Also, today
We're drinking.
Alaska Nails. So, in case you guys were wondering, clink. There
Yeah,
you go.
we did it.
This is drink and dried for a reason.
We
So-
drink sometimes, especially when we're dry.
Yes, especially with this arid summer of ours.
Yeah, right?
All right, so now we got our UFOs out of the way, and actually, before we get to the facts, we're going to do a little summary of what's happening in the show.
Oh, yeah, we do
So-
that. I forgot.
Yeah, so the Mandalorian is very cool in the
Hey, I
aspect
remember that person and that Imperial destroyer.
Sure.
She's in season 3. She's the spy for Moff
She's
Gideon. Spoilers for season 3.
I think we chose this episode because of Luke's return.
Yeah, we get a little bit of a crossover for like main like Star Wars like
Yeah.
Skywalker everything
Yeah.
with like side everything else that goes on in Star Wars. Which
There's Toby.
yeah, there's Toby.
The
The kitty interference returns.
the cool thing about like this show is that there is a lot of nostalgic stuff, but it's not like in your face kind of thing.
It's not too much, right?
It's like
And it's also like nostalgic stuff that hasn't been seen in a while too, because we get
Right.
Boba Fett back.
Exactly.
And Boba Fett in action.
in his suit and in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, which is awesome. But you also kind of get like in this episode, the shuttle that they arrived in was from episode 6.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
Vader's.
very specifically
yeah.
that ship. But they're like, oh, it's just a ship. Let's go steal it and go into this Imperial Star Destroyer.
Also, Mando's
So-
Mando's personal like little cruiser after.
yeah. The
Naboo
fighter.
fighter.
Yeah. Oh, I was
Such a nice design of a ship.
I was so excited as
that's
soon
like-
as that came in. I was like, "Oh,
That's like
no."
the equivalent to like a Lamborghini to me, like in
yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, it
I'm like,
is.
oh my god, that's so good. But yeah,
Because it's such a sleek design and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
chrome,
Chrome. Oh man, yeah.
shiny, fast as
They,
fuck.
they did a great job redesigning that.
Yeah, and then just
Oh,
like
man.
it was just such a nice little bit of a nostalgia. Too.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like not like, oh, look at this, but it's just like, oh, I'm gonna repair this Naboo fighter,
Yeah,
and
they're
now it's
just like-
mine. And it's like,
He's like,
ooh.
all right, this thing's pretty quick. I guess I'll get it fixed.
and it's just, yeah,
And we,
it's so
as the
loud.
audience, know everybody else, like in the show, is like, all right, that's pretty nice. So
Yeah, and as soon as he's
guess I can
driving,
use it.
he's like, just shout it out. This is pod racing.
just say the thing. It's like,
Just say it.
now this is pretty fast.
Just do that. That's kind of funny, actually. Try spinning. That's a good trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Do a barrel roll.
do a barrel roll.
Fucking Star Fox comes in.
Oh, yeah, right. A little dialogue
Yeah.
chat shows up too.
Random.
It's so random.
Hey man, anything could happen. It's a big galaxy.
It is. But yeah, so pretty much, I forget a lot of the characters' names, but Mando is trying to rescue the child,
Grogu.
Grogu.
Yeah, Baby
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yeah. Did they?
It's Grogu.
Did they give his name in the third season? His name?
No, I think they gave the name with the episode with Ahsoka.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, so it was in season 2.
It was
where we
2.
got his
Okay.
name, yeah.
I thought it was 3, but yeah, it is Grogu.
Grogu.
But he got captured, and now they're trying to get him back, pretty much. So they have to infiltrate I was gonna say like a galactic cruiser, but I don't know if you'd say galactic anymore, because it's
Imperial.
Im-
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
X-Empire.
I have to like stop
It's-
myself on these things.
I mean, it's a galactic cruiser. It's
Yeah.
just,
Just refurbished,
yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Redesigned. I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Because they're still stormtroopers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just they're not. This is not really
But-
an empire anymore. It's still like it's an old Imperial cruiser essentially
yeah,
from the former empire.
yeah. So they have to go rescue Grogu from that place.
And they got Mulan on the team.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, that was the same actress for Mulan.
Yeah,
in the-
from the live action.
No,
Huh?
no, she's the voice of Mulan in the animated.
The animated one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
you didn't know that?
No.
And now you know.
Wow, interesting. That's a fact for me.
And that's why I'm here.
Yes. And lo and behold, there's a bunch of Dark Troopers that are...
I thought they were Death Troopers.
Death Troopers?
I don't really know.
Oh, no, Dark Troopers, I think, are the jetpack
We're thinking,
Stormtroopers.
Battlefront 2.
That's Battlefront 2.
Battlefront
It's
2.
funny because I was playing that this week.
Yeah.
I'm all over, my mind's all over the place.
Yeah.
Death Troopers because they're
I knew exactly.
mechanical.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yes. But they're mechanical and stuff, so they're like, "Oh, this is so hard." And then
Robo
Mando
troopers.
comes in, he's just like, "Oh man,
They're
even
essentially
for me, they're hard."
Yeah, they're essentially like Terminators troopers.
Yeah, like a lesser version of a Terminator, but they're still terrible.
I think they could probably. I mean, I don't think they'll beat a Terminator, but I think they'll be a good fight to watch.
They could still take them on.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I'd watch that movie.
I would too, actually. And that's kind of where we're at now in the episode. But I feel like we could just talk about the episode as well.
Oh yeah.
So basically, because Mando's also trying to get the Darksaber back
From Moff Gideon.
Yeah, because did he win it from Mando or did he?
So Gideon got the saber after
Yeah.
he beat. I'm forgetting Katie Stackoff's character's name.
Oh yeah, because she
Yeah.
had it for
She
a
had
little
it
bit
for a
too.
little bit, yeah.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember her name, but I don't remember
Yeah.
the name of the actual character she played.
But then he actually beat her in the duel, and that's how he got.
Wow, I am drawing such a blank.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Me too.
She's like, fuck. She used to be on the Death Watch in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. She was also in. Oh, why is it?
That's fine.
It's bothering
I
me. Look
get
it
it,
up.
though.
Look it up. It's gonna bother the fuck out of me. You got your phone out.
What do I? What do
I
even
swear.
type?
It honestly, I'm disappointed in me.
What is
right
it?
now, just for
Mandalorian,
forgetting.
like season 2.
Just
Cass,
what's the
maybe?
name of her character? Yeah, like if
Who was the actress?
Katie Sackhoff.
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. Jesus Christ.
And that's a
She's a pretty
character
big,
that
you know,
everybody talks about too.
Yeah, and not only that, she featured heavily in season 3.
In 3, yes.
It was basically her show at that point, really.
Yeah.
And
It was like Batman and Robin.
yeah, now it's just Robin
Now
with
it's just Robin.
sometimes Batman. I guess at that point it became Nightwing. You need to know more about your Batman lore to know about
Nah,
Nightwing.
I'll be fine.
But yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, so everybody loves Dick Grayson.
Yep.
Dick Grayson.
Yep. Actually, I do know that one.
See?
Actually.
Yeah, he was Robin.
Only because I know it from the Batman musical.
Ah. Well,
Yes.
everybody loves him.
Yeah, so basically they got the crew together. They're trying to rescue both Grogu and they're trying to get the Darksaber.
Yes.
And at the end of it, they're like trapped in like this, I guess just a station or whatever. And the Death Troopers are coming. They're like, "Oh, we can't do this!" And then they're like, "Hey, there's another ship coming into the screen, and
It's an X-Wing.
and it's an X-wing." And I'm like, "Whoa!"
Random X-Wing.
Yeah.
Couldn't possibly be.
And then the figure shows up, and he's wearing a hood, and he's all black, and I'm like,
No. Who could it be?
And then
And
the
then-
lightsaber shows
Green,
up.
I'm like, but that could be anybody. So who could that be?
It's Qui-Gon.
And it's like, but he died and he's not dead. So who could it really be?
It could be Yoda.
But Yoda's a lot shorter.
He could be on stilts. It could be Ayla Sakura.
It could be, but she normally had 2 lightsabers.
Exactly. He could have lost the blue one.
Yeah.
Could have been Kit Fisto.
So many theories. So many Jedi it could be.
So many Jedi. And it's Luke.
That's Luke.
Okay.
Luke's back.
And it's another Skywalker coming back to the screen.
Yeah.
He shows up and slices up all the Death Troopers, which was awesome.
It was a really cool.
It was a very cool scene.
Scene to watch.
Yeah. I liked
Everybody
it.
was just like,
Everyone's like, "Luke, yes!" And then he picks up Grogu and he's like, "I should train him."
I will train the child.
And I'm like, "Okay, Luke, you go ahead."
It's like, all right, you can just take my adoptive son to Jedi school where I don't get to see him anymore, I guess.
Can I have him on the weekends?
Can he at least have the weekends off? Spend time with his family? I mean, with me. I mean,
I'm family now.
we're family.
We're family.
We can make a Fast and Furious movie about this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's kind of what the episode's all about. And I guess that's like the finale for.
It's all
season
about
2.
family.
It's all about family.
Who needs a lightsaber when you got family?
Exactly. That's what the Force is all about.
Yeah.
family.
Jesus. We probably should cover those movies at some point.
Yeah, probably. What, the
Yeah.
Star Wars movies?
No, the Fast and Furious
I don't
movies.
know about that.
No, there's just so much to unpack with those movies.
I guess there's a lot of jokes that you can.
There's a lot to talk about with these movies, honestly.
I don't have them, but
At some
we'll
point.
see. At some point. So now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna go into some facts.
Yeah.
So
That's another part of our show.
it is part of our show that I almost forgot about an hour ago. So
Oh, God.
I know, I was just like, oh wait, we do that too.
Oh, God. It's been way too long.
Fantastic facts and where to find them.
So where did you find these fantastic facts?
Classic IMDb. I at least remember that. So
All right, we're right on schedule.
exactly. So here we go. First fact here. According to Dave Filoni, there was a scene that actually required a lot of stormtroopers, but they didn't have enough costumes.
Yeah.
So he ended up drafting members of the 501st Legion fan club
Oh.
who specialized in making their own stormtrooper or clone trooper costumes.
That's really cool.
So he got actual fans to come in for the show.
He's like, hey, fans, I know you guys have been waiting on this phone call for like 20 plus years.
Right?
But it's time. And then you just see like Legion and after Legion, like busloads.
Dun, dun, dun. It's like the
Busloads of like troopers coming out.
as the Imperial song comes
Yeah.
in. Bam, 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 bam.
Bum.
Like, no guys,
Oh
no,
my
sorry.
God.
We're not doing this music because it's not part of the movie. It's a show. Okay.
Okay. You're not gonna take this from me.
You're right.
Been waiting. My father and
Been
his
waiting.
grandfather before him have been waiting for this for
I still have
a
his
long
helmet.
time. I still have his helmet
And I got his blaster. And my
And my
blaster. And
axe.
my helmet. Yeah.
and my axe.
And my axe. Wait a minute.
I just like going to gatherings.
And my dark saber.
What would a Jedi axe look like?
Jedi axe. I don't know actually.
That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't
It
it?
would be interesting. I feel like the blade itself would probably be the thing that lights up, but
Yeah, right.
maybe
For
it's
me,
like,
it's like a long shtick,
Yeah.
and then you just do like the Kylo Ren thing and just have it like.
oh that. Oh.
But like in a
no,
way
not-
that makes sense.
Yeah, right. It doesn't shoot out the sides or
Yeah.
anything. Burn your hand in the
because see,
process.
they did manage to fix that in the video games Jedi Survivor, I think, where like they gave it like the cross guard, but they left like the openings where like it actually like hits the saber.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's actually like the lightsaber, not just this
Yeah.
metal part protecting. Like yeah, yeah. No, it's actually like the lightsaber there.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah, and then like underneath is like the little metal.
Right,
Beam.
for actual protection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for your own hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Another fact here is that in a 2019 article, it drew attention to the question of how often the masked actor on screen in full body costume as the Mandalorian of Pedro Pascal instead of
Mysterious.
one of the credited Mandalorian doubles.
There's a double.
Yeah. Brendan Wayne and Lateef Crowder were the doubles from Mandalorian
Two doubles.
things. But with Pascal's voice performance dubbed in, they're like kind of questioning all that stuff. Because since the actors collaborated to keep the movement consistent, the audience was unlikely to be able to tell without behind the scenes. Pretty much.
Yeah.
He doesn't appear on screen as the Mandalorian until Chapter 4, The Sanctuary,
Oh wow.
which is, I guess, like the one time that
He
takes
actually
off his
was-
helmet to like eat or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I do
I was
remember
like,
that.
the one time, then he's just like, action. Let's go.
It's just a whole different.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh, okay, now we're back
The
to it again.
Mandalorian's actually just three kids in a trench coat.
Right. Okay, guys, let's go. It's like when he's just standing there. You don't know whose voice it is because it's all covered.
God. Do the voice.
Do
You're
the
better
voice,
at
do
it.
the voice.
Like, okay,
I'm here.
Hey.
No, the other one. I'm here. I mean, okay. We'll
Like, it's a
work on
big
it.
galaxy. Not everybody's going to recognize this.
Yeah,
one,
right.
Okay.
The Mandalorian's Phase Pulse Blaster is based off of Boba Fett's rifle from a Star Wars holiday special from
His
1978.
blaster? So, like, the little...
Yeah.
His little
The Phase Pulse one, yeah, the little one, yeah. So it's based off of the Star Wars holiday, which people love and adore.
It
to
is
this
a
very
really...
day.
It's a really cool-looking blaster.
Yeah,
just like-
especially in that holiday
It's
special.
yeah.
It's amazing. Watch it, guys. It's so good.
Look, you don't need to promote more Star Wars content. Star Wars content can promote itself, okay?
Just kidding. That Star Wars holiday special was terrible.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know what they were doing in that one. But it's funny.
You know exactly what they were marketing the fuck out of
Well,
this
I mean,
thing.
yeah, but like,
See, Star Wars
It's
got
just-
so popular that it needed a holiday special.
it's just funny how like his
Because
blaster.
Space Santa, man. We needed Space Santa.
I know. Apparently. Another fact here.
Jesus.
Critics didn't get a chance to watch the first episode until it was actually released through Disney Plus.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was actually due to a sign of lack of confidence from the studio.
Oh.
However, it should be noted that this was only done to prevent the first episode twist from getting out, and not the quality concerns, pretty much. So
Okay.
they're like, okay, well, we're gonna wait, but not because we're not confident. It's because there's a twist at the end, and people didn't want the
The word to
information
get
to get leaked
Gotcha,
out, pretty
gotcha.
much. So, and then it turned out to
okay.
be one of the biggest Star Wars shows. So,
Yeah.
so they were like, nah, this is gonna be so successful and popular. And it has
Yeah.
been.
And it really has been, to be honest.
So that's
Like,
pretty cool.
Now it really kind of like begs the question, like, well, I guess maybe this is just something I could ask you at the end of the facts, right? So I'll see if I remember.
Sure, I'll do another fact then.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor himself visited the set in his Obi-Wan Kenobi outfit
Hey! Was he
From-
waiting? Like, was he? Do you think he was like
from
going by
from the prequel Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
from his thing.
Do you think whenever they had like a door, he just like waved his hand and waited for somebody to open it?
It's really funny. He just goes like, "Hello there."
Hello there.
Somebody just goes, "General Kenobi."
Yeah, General Kenobi.
It's kind of funny.
Oh my god.
That'd be perfect. So yeah, he went to the set in his outfit in support of Disney's upcoming and still unnamed at the time Obi-Wan Kenobi series. McGregor acknowledged that he had put the old uniform back on for a camera test while he visited the set. So it was, kind of just to make sure it was cool.
Just seeing if he still got the moves.
Yeah.
Like Jagger.
And he said, it was funny walking on set because it was a lot of the Mandalorian crew, and I walked on and it was a big moment. So he just walks up with Obi-Wan stuff,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Could you,
Wait a
could you
second.
imagine Obi-Wan just walking in on a scene like, oh,
hello there.
hello there. I'm not supposed to be here right
Sorry,
now.
wrong set.
We'll just put this into the blooper reel.
Carry on, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you and all that.
And all that
yes.
stuff. All right, okay. I'm supposed to be dead, so.
Put on the glow after.
Yeah, right?
You know.
the blue, the blue
glow
aura. Yeah.
thingy. Yes.
That's actually kind of funny. Many episodes of The Mandalorian actually pay homage to early Japanese cinema. Most notably the Lone Wolf and Cub series, where a samurai travels feudal Japan with a child in tow. So
It really does have. See, funny thing that I've noticed, like with westerns, that they really do have a lot in common with, like
motives?
Japanese, like samurai stories
Oh, yeah.
and like films, because they really do kind of feel like the same kind of like story being told, right? Where
In a
like
way, yeah.
in a way, yeah, because like I feel like the samurai is kind of like the equivalent to like a cowboy, but like maybe this cowboy used to be like a bandit, so he's like a Ronin, right? And he could have been like a cop or something at some point for like a guy, a mayor,
yeah.
you know, like a sheriff.
Basically, all the titles
It-
kind
it-
of shift.
There's
But-
like there's reasons why like I feel like they're compared a lot,
yeah.
and it makes a lot of sense when you actually like look at them side by side.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of like the motives for characters are similar,
Yeah,
but it makes it unique because it's like it's based on the actual character
Yeah,
and their in the way that they.
it's
present
just through like a
themselves.
different lens.
Yeah, but I'm like,
essentially.
now that I think about it, yeah,
There's a lot of similarities.
there's a lot of
there.
similarities.
And actually, in one of the Visions, Star Wars Visions, the first, like literally the first season of Visions was the first episode was about a samurai type Jedi.
Of course.
Well, not Jedi even. I don't want to like spoil too much, but like it was really cool looking. Everything looked
It's
all
Luke,
beautiful.
sorry.
Yeah, Luke is on screen now.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely love it.
and God, I lost my train of thought.
I know, me too. I'm just like, oh, Luke's here.
Long story short, Visions was
Visions
fucking
was
great,
cool.
and they had Japanese lightsaber battles essentially.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Another fact before I get distracted again. Actually, this kind of ties in with different. Oh yeah, thanks. Different settings and genres. The series creator and showrunner Jon Favreau. Might have heard of him.
I might have. Sounds like a pretty happy dude.
Yeah, he does actually. Good. Okay. So he created the titular. Is that how you say it? Titular
Yeah.
character, who was actually partially inspired by Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
And he does a lot of westerns.
Absolutely.
And his
man built western.
Yes, and he was inspired by his Man with No Name. Character in the.
It seriously was giving off Clint Eastwood the second.
Oh yeah.
I started watching him, just like
Yeah.
nameless gunslinger, just going out into the far reaches of the galaxy,
to the very corners of
Yeah.
everything, and being like,
all around the outskirts.
I gotta bring you in cold or warm.
Or warm.
Which one?
Just a lot of standoffs,
Yeah,
waiting
right?
for somebody to twitch.
Yeah, right. It's a good old classic Han Solo movement in in New Hope.
Where he moves
Over
so
my
fast,
dead
it
body.
was just like
Yeah.
he moves so fast, it just looks like
Looks like they edited the film or something.
Lucas would never.
No. It was. And then another inspiration was a samurai film called of Akira Kurosawa. And,
Called it.
Yep, exactly.
How people have got that phone.
And
I fucking called it.
Let's see if there's any more, because I glanced at a few of the facts, but I hadn't read the rest of them actually. So I think we're good with that one. I feel like that's a good ending.
You feel happy with that?
Yeah, I feel happy with that. Yeah.
You feel Jon Favreau with that?
Yes. I do feel very happy with that. Call him Mr. Stark. Yeah, so those are our facts for the
like
for
a
the
double
show.
cheeseburger
Yeah, right.
with fries.
Cheeseburgers. Yeah, so that's our facts, and I guess we can go to the show where it's like, what do you like the most about the show?
Outside of just the Mandalorian being fucking cool.
Well, yes. Besides the obvious.
Outside of me just liking Pedro Pascal as a
That's true.
actor.
He's a phenomenal actor.
I've been a fan of his since Game of Thrones because I watched him in Game of Thrones. Yeah, and he immediately as soon as he came on screen in that show, I was just like, that guy's cool as fuck.
It's the guy.
Yeah, and I really liked his character there too.
I wonder what other movies he's in. Do you know any other?
I know he did a movie with Nicolas Cage because he's like a huge Nicolas Cage fan.
Really?
Yeah. It's like one of the memes I think you probably see around where he's just like
Oh,
driving
yeah.
Nicolas Cage is just looking at him and he's just like happy.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Apparently he was in The Equalizer too. And
Second one?
Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Oh,
and The Great Wall. Maybe that's where I've seen him. Yeah.
the one with Matt
The
Damon?
Great Wall with Matt Damon.
Holy shit.
That's the one that that's
Yes,
what
he
I've
was
seen.
in that.
Yep.
Oh my god, we did watch that. I just remember that. Holy fuck.
I'm like, I know he was in another movie that I've seen. It's that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I've seen it like maybe
Wow,
two times, but that's it.
I think I only saw it the one time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, he's in that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But yeah, I've been a big fan of his for a while. I really liked him in The Last of Us. Also, I think he was really well casted for the character of Joel.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. He did a good job
yeah.
on that one.
He's had a big.
Recently, he's gotten a lot of good.
He's
decent roles.
Honestly, yeah, because think about it. Like Game of Thrones was super popular. Mandalorian was super popular. The Last of Us was super popular.
Mm-hmm. Was he in the recent seasons of Game of Thrones, or was he like the early ones?
I want to say it was like from season. I forgot what it was, 3 or 4.
Okay.
So it was like middling,
yeah.
middling, yeah.
Oh, decent.
But that was like before everything happened in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
it was like peak Game of Thrones. Like he came in like strong. good time to be in the Game of Thrones world.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much just like that's one
I
of
mean,
your main
he's just
things.
had major successes.
Yeah.
And I've just been like a huge fan of his. So not necessarily much to do with the Mandalorian show, but I'm a huge Pedro Pascal.
Well, there is no Mandalorian without
Pedro Pascal. Yeah, exactly.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, made all the difference. And then his portrayal of, badass dad.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is he's basically done I mean,
The Last of Us.
I mean, not just. I mean, kind of in Game of Thrones too. It's just you don't really get to see him be a dad. He just is a dad.
He's got the dad bod.
Yeah. He's got the dream dad bod, man. It's the dad bod all dads
Wish they had.
kind of wish they had, but they're just like, well,
Oh well.
oh well.
Somebody else has it.
Hand me my next beer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's kind of like the difference where like I watched this show because I wanted to see what they added to the show, like from from previous nostalgic stuff. Which, and then R2D2 shows up too. I forgot about
because R2 doesn't go anywhere without a Skywalker.
Apparently, yeah, I know, right? He just hears the name of Skywalker. I'm there.
It's like guess I gotta go. On
Duty calls.
Yeah. And whenever like a Skywalker disappears, remember he just like goes into like
another.
He just goes into sleep mode for like 20 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Nah, yeah, but a lot of it was like the nostalgic stuff, and a lot of it I definitely enjoyed, especially with the Luke thing. At this one, they did a really good job with the, I guess like the filter in a way.
CGI.
Yeah, because didn't Mark Hamill actually?
I don't actually know.
I don't know if he was like on set for this or if he actually. I don't know, but the CGI was very.
I don't even know.
It looks like Luke. Not you can see like the differences. Obviously,
yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like a video game. Don't get me wrong, but like a really good one.
But but you get that it's Luke.
Yeah. It's just like I'm just happy to see Luke again. Honestly.
Exactly. So.
Like I don't even care.
Any of those like little small moments, like with the Naboo fighter or the X-wing, or even just seeing stormtroopers again was nice, and you don't have to relate that to a Skywalker until one of them shows up
towards the end.
Right.
Because he is the last Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Yeah. For now.
Yes and no.
For now.
Because technically Leia is also.
She's not a Jedi.
I mean,
she can use the Force. She's just not a Jedi.
She just never really became a Jedi.
No. Yeah. She never went through the rigorous training.
That's true.
Yeah. And Ahsoka was kind of abandoned from the Jedi Order.
Well, she left.
She left it. So.
Yeah. They excommunicated her, and
like
then
the
when they
people.
right, the Jedi are just
excommunicated.
The Jedi are just Amish. I mean, in a way, yeah.
In a way, it's very similar.
It's actually not all that different if you think about it.
The sacred text.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
like Amish people who don't like wheels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like super Amish.
In a way.
Wait! I saw that somewhere.
That's kind of
I'm
crazy.
basing that off as something I saw. I don't even remember. But
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But the vibe that I really like about this show is that we don't have to know about the Jedi and the Force and all that stuff.
No.
It's just all about what else is out there in the universe.
Because it's a big ass universe that doesn't have to revolve around the Force. And in fact, if anything, based off of the success of Rogue One,
that was pretty big too.
Yeah, that really showed that like, hey, maybe we can do a Star Wars anything without a Jedi, and it'd still be massively successful.
And you can.
And they did
Very true.
Twice.
Yeah, that's true.
They couldn't do it thrice, but they did it twice.
So it's good enough.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what I like. Obviously, besides all the obvious things with Mandalorian being total like badass warrior, but also a really the coolest dad.
Literally the coolest dad
ever in the universe.
Yeah. Could have been
the Dadalorian.
The Dadalorian, yeah.
Anything else you'd want to add to this?
I know there was something I wanted to ask you, but I completely forgot.
yeah. That's what I wanted to ask you. Was that's why you enjoyed this show. Which I don't know. Do you think there's going to be another season
of Mandalorian after season 3? I don't know. After season 3, it was pretty like it felt like a good,
a good stable ending.
Stable ending.
Yeah.
If anything, like there might have like some cameos here and there.
Right. There could be potential like spin-offs.
Spin-offs, yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know. Like at the end of season 3 too, I was just like, I mean, it's a good show, but I don't think they need it anymore.
I don't feel like we need anything more from there. If we're gonna have more Mandalorian, I feel like it's got to be another Mandalorian, right?
Like a different
a different character.
Oh yeah.
Like following that storyline.
Yeah, because
then maybe you see, Mando again.
Yeah, because they made the Boba Fett show,
Yeah.
and that was like what, one season? Right?
Yeah,
was
that
it
was
just
one
a single
season.
season.
That was a
Yeah.
single season.
So it was like a kind of another spin-off series, but like,
Yeah.
and it correlated with Mandalorian.
Well, yeah, because he
and-
featured in that
Yeah.
pretty heavily towards the end too.
Right, and
Yeah.
so I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And I thought they were going to make another season for Boba Fett, but there wasn't really any need for it.
I have things to say about Boba Fett the series.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we chose to do this one instead of Boba Fett, because that one has some stuff
I have
too.
some things to say about
Yeah.
the series,
Yeah,
but
stuff happened.
I certainly, absolutely did happen.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to add,
I
or
feel like, yeah, other than like maybe it being like another Mandalorian, that's the only way I could probably see it. Like with like some cameos from
the side characters,
the
like
side
minor
characters here and there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's basically what they kind of have going on with the new Ahsoka series too. They're kind of like referencing a lot of like the other, not just like main Star Wars canon, right? But like also the other like series from like Clone Wars and Rebels.
Oh.
Like Ahsoka specifically having to do with Rebels.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think doing it like that, I feel like is really helping out with the franchise as a whole. Where like, oh yeah, there's a lot of moments that happen in these other series that people are like, literally, these series were the only thing keeping the franchise afloat
Yeah.
until we got the hype for a sequel series,
Right.
And then that happened. So now again, we're back at the series where like the only things really keeping the franchise afloat.
Unfortunately, but yeah.
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 So yeah.
I agree. No, I agree.
Just I feel like that's probably like the formula, right? That's like the way things have been progressing up to this point.
Yeah.
So
Toby agrees too.
yeah.
All right. I think Mandalorian episode's pretty dried up. I feel like.
I feel satisfied.
Feel good enough for that episode.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, just stay tuned until whenever, because we have been very busy. Definitely very busy. You know where to find us on the platforms? Do you remember all that stuff?
God, let's see. Anchor,
Yeah.
Spotify,
Yeah. What's
Apple
I was gonna say,
Podcasts.
what's the one you have? Yeah.
I got that one.
Yeah.
How many?
One more.
How many did we have?
We have 5.
We have 5.
Yeah, we have Castbox.
Oh, we still
As
have
well.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Castbox and YouTube.
And YouTube.
Here we are on YouTube. Hello.
And that's why we're doing the video.
Yeah, that's why we're doing the video, because I'm gonna try it out. So, I've gotten it at least a decent amount where I know what to do, and I only have to use one laptop instead of 2.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, right. Hacker mode.
I'm in. Pull the hood up.
Yeah, right.
I'm in.
Hack mode.
I'll get the power glove. Oh, Jesus Christ. That
was
make
good.
me start too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can find us on all those platforms. Make sure to subscribe and follow us and all those stuff, so that
If you want to.
if you want to, because pretty much this is our own personal project,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, we've been at it for a couple years now, which is crazy,
That is pretty crazy.
and it's kind of like up and down a few spots, but like overall, it's a good project that we've gotten so far. So just stay tuned again for another episode, and that's all we have. We never have a closing for this, so
There's no way to end something that is like this.
yes, exactly. So just so farewell, and farewell.
Deuces.
See ya.
Adios. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long.